What we know?
Y'all know everything.
I don't know nothing. I'm trying to find out what I know. Enlighten me.
What you mean enlightening? You
I,
for the Devonese and you could for me.
you jumped up out of my sanction body to go fight in the IBF. So what I know?
Boots Ennis, Xander Zayas announced this morning as well. Thoughts on that?
Man, that's a tough fight. Especially for Xander at this point in his career. But it shows his heart and his confidence. That he have.
I'm not sure. Maybe because he a young champion. He could have went a different route. It took an easier fight. To be real, at 154, I'm the biggest name at 154, and everybody know that. I'm the biggest name at 154, and everybody know they're gonna make the most money.
Terence Crawford has fired back at Jaron Ennis and issued a strong warning about facing Xander Zayas. The RTO boxing star believes the fight could be far more dangerous than many expect and questions whether Ennis is truly prepared for that level of competition. Crawford suggested that taking the bout too soon could derail Ennis's momentum and expose weaknesses that have not yet been tested on the world stage.
All right, catch up, little homie. Catch up, then. If it don't matter, catch up.
He picked Ebenezer.
Catch up.
Ebenezer was way under.
You just said it don't matter. Catch up.
This warning is aimed directly at Jaron Ennis, raising doubts about whether he is taking on a challenge beyond his current limits. The message carries a sharp tone, implying that stepping into the ring with an elite opponent like Xander Zayas too soon could prove costly and potentially expose flaws in his game at the highest level.
For his country, and he's going to do real well in that fight. I just think, right now, is...
Jaron Ennis responded with unwavering confidence, carrying himself like a fighter who already views himself as destined for greatness. He brushed aside the warnings entirely, showing little concern for the doubts surrounding him and suggesting that no opponent at 154 pounds or higher can match his talent, determination, or self-belief. At this moment, he appears fully convinced in his ability to overcome any challenge placed before him.
Division unified champ. Man, I'm snapping my legacy, man. It's only up. Man. I'm about to show the world I'm the best in the world. I'm gonna continue to keep showing the world I'm the best in the world. Like this.
Xander Zayas responded with a strong and determined message, making it clear that his confidence is backed by serious intentions. He emphasized that reputation and physical advantages will mean little once skill, timing, and composure come into play. His remarks suggest that he believes he has the tools to outclass Jaron Ennis and impose his will when the pressure is at its highest inside the ring.
Gonna take him to somewhere he's never been. He's gonna feel uncomfortable. He's gonna be uncomfortable when it comes to fight night. It's easy to face guys that you're bigger than them, you're more athletic than them. But when you're facing a guy that is as big as you, that is as athletic as you, that is as composed, as smart as you, it's a whole different story. And come June 27th, he will see why this 23-year-old...
Greg Hackett pointed to the face-off as a moment that changed the entire atmosphere, suggesting that Xander Zayas may have allowed his emotions to get the better of him. He noted that Boots Ennis remained calm and composed throughout the encounter, refusing to back down, which appeared to create psychological pressure on his opponent. At the highest level of boxing, that kind of mental advantage can be significant, as even a small seed of doubt can affect a fighter's focus and decision-making long before the opening bell.
But I think tension, once they did the face-off, that's when the real tension started. And I think Boots got under his skin, the fact that Boots ain't take his eyes off him. You know what I mean? So it really turned up. And, he kept touching the belts. But you got to get comfortable, you know what I mean, with your hardware,
Do you think that was a mistake letting Xander Boots into his space?
A mistake? It could be. It could be because you let him get you comfortable. But at the same time, that's up to him to decide. You know what I mean?
Jaron Ennis brushed off the criticism with complete confidence, arguing that his opponents are the ones who consistently absorb punishment while he emerges largely untouched. He pushed back against the media narrative, attempting to turn the discussion in his favor and reinforce his belief in his own dominance. However, his comments also spark questions about whether he may be overlooking the level of risk involved against a skilled and dangerous opponent like Xander Zayas,
I don't know. These guys, this is what I be telling these media, y'all media guys be pushing this narrative that I be getting hit all crazy, this, that, and the third. But if you watch these guys, yo, when I tell you these boys be getting hit clean, I'm talking about clean. They live out the ring with hickeys, knots, cuts, bleeding. Bro, you watch any of my fights, bro, if anything, I might got like a little...
Eddie Hearn praised Boots Ennis as one of the most dangerous fighters in the division, pointing to his combination of defensive skill, ring intelligence, and knockout power. His comments emphasize the threat Ennis poses to any opponent, suggesting that once he gains control of a fight, reversing the momentum becomes extremely difficult. Such strong backing only adds to the anticipation surrounding the matchup and increases the pressure on anyone preparing to face him.
And those kind of guys, you know, I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite...
Tim Bradley Jr. noted that Xander Zayas has been pursuing opportunities against top-level opponents such as Boots Ennis for some time, demonstrating a level of ambition and self-confidence rarely seen in younger fighters. At the same time, he acknowledged that Zayas possesses legitimate talent, describing him as a smart and technically skilled boxer with a high ring IQ. This creates an intriguing scenario where bold confidence is matched by genuine ability against elite-level competition.
He's always said that he wanted to fight Boots. He's always said and told me that he's always wanted to fight Virgil Ortiz. He said he's like, I'll beat, Fedora. He said that too. He's like, I'll beat Fedora. I'll beat him right now, But I feel like from a talent standpoint, and he is talented as well. Xander has a really boxing high IQ. He does. And you can tell not only in the ring, but you can tell outside, even when he does commentary.
Coach Kenny highlighted a potential weakness in Xander Zayas' style when matched. Against Boots Ennis, he pointed out that Zayas can sometimes remain too static in front of incoming punches and does not consistently roll shots effectively at the highest level. At elite competition, those defensive lapses can be costly, as openings are quickly exploited by sharp, accurate fighters. This raises questions about how well Zayas' style would hold up under sustained pressure and fast combinations in a high-level fight.
Maybe 8, maybe inside 5. I like, what's his name?
Xander.
I like him, but I noticed something with him. When he in the office mode, his head just sitting there. And you can go back tonight and watch all of his highlights. He don't know how to roll punches. He blocked pretty good. He got angles, but sometimes you got to roll.
Roy Jones Jr. described Jaron Ennis as a complete problem for the division, praising his ability to adapt and adjust during fights like elite-level champions. He drew comparisons to his own style, emphasizing how dangerous it is when a fighter can make instant changes under pressure. This serves as a strong indication that Ennis is not only highly skilled, but also unpredictable, making him very difficult to prepare for or break down.
Being a guy that's actually knows what he's doing and knows how to fight, has talent too, but knows how to use his talent. Therefore, it's nothing to break down. And I think they'll find that out come this next fight.
Does he remind you of yourself at all?
A lot.
How so?
Well, he got so many things he can do. He know how to change things up on the spot. And you can be able to adapt and change up on the spot.
Greg Hackett delivered a harsh assessment, suggesting that Boots Ennis may have already gained a mental edge before the fight even starts. He implied that confidence and mindset could be playing a role in breaking down Xander Zayas psychologically. Such claims add significant pressure to the narrative. As in boxing, the belief of being outmatched before the opening bell can sometimes influence performance even before any punches are thrown.
Boots? He already won. Shit, if you ask me, he already won. Shit, you want to know how? It's a little lesson in manipulation. Huh? It's a little lesson in manipulation. He already won. Xander, you done. I done seen enough.
Xander Zayas responded with calm confidence, acknowledging the praise while reinforcing his belief that he belongs at the top of the division. He stated that he is a natural 154-pound fighter and fully focused on taking over the weight class. Despite outside pressure, he remains composed and unshaken, showing a mindset that suggests he is prepared to face any opponent placed in front of him.
With him, and obviously those words mean the world to me. From somebody like him, what he means to the island and to boxing, it's amazing. So again, like he said, I could fight, I could box, I could do everything in there. And inside that ring, I'm the natural 154-pounder. So I've been here for a long time. I'm here to keep taking over the division, and I'm excited to continue.
Jaron Ennis comes across as fully convinced of his ability to dominate inside the ring, with a level of confidence that suggests he expects to break down anyone in front of him. That mindset shifts pressure onto him as much as his opponents, since every performance is now measured not just by winning, but by whether he can deliver stoppages. In boxing, that kind of expectation can either elevate a fighter to superstardom or expose limitations when faced with elite resistance. What makes it more striking is his calm delivery, which suggests a genuine belief in his power and timing against any opponent.
Right things, I will stop him.
Absolutely.
Everybody will go down.
Absolutely not.
Everybody will go down.
Absolutely not.
Why do you say that?
Because there's just so much that I see. And I know for a fact that I know he's not going to be able to take this.
Cool. I'm glad you think that way. I really.
Terence "Bud" Crawford gives a controlled, experienced perspective that carries weight coming from someone who has competed at the highest level. He is not criticizing anyone directly, but his point is clear that timing in boxing is just as important as talent. He suggests that moving up too quickly against elite opposition can expose even gifted fighters if their development is not fully complete. It reflects a veteran's understanding of how careers are built and tested at world level.
You know, especially for Xander at this point in his career, but it shows his heart and his confidence, you know, that he have in himself, and he's ready to go make history for his country, and he's going to do real well in that fight. You know, I just think, you know, right now, you know, is a little bit too early.
Romero highlights the biggest divide in this debate, which he frames as experience versus raw belief. From his perspective, it is difficult to overlook the gap in ring maturity when comparing fighters at different stages of their careers. In boxing, experience often becomes a hidden factor that decides high-pressure fights, especially when youth and confidence are tested by real adversity. This viewpoint adds realism to the discussion, reminding fans that hype does not always translate into results against seasoned opposition. It also reflects the split opinions within the boxing world, where some see future dominance while others see a fighter still being tested at the highest level. That contrast is what makes the potential matchup so unpredictable and widely discussed.
It's hard to really go against Boots because on that one with specifically Xander, you know, I feel Xander's still young, you know? Boots is a lot older and it has a lot more.
Greg Hackett breaks down the matchup as a true stylistic clash where both sides bring completely different strengths into the ring. On one hand, there is youth, power, and hunger, while on the other there is timing, composure, and proven ring intelligence. This kind of fight becomes dangerous because styles can shift momentum quickly depending on who controls distance and rhythm. It is not just about who hits harder, but who adapts faster under pressure. That is why opinions are divided, as both fighters have clear paths to victory. The tension is increased by the fact that neither side views themselves as an underdog, raising the stakes even further before the fight is even made official.
What I love about the fight is Xander is big, young, strong, skillful, and he not afraid. Boots, we know he trying to bring everything to the table, the speed, the power, you know, just the lights. He bringing everything to it. I think it's a great test for Boots because this is a guy who you could say is durable. You could say he's durable because he's never been stopped. I never even seen him go down. You know what I mean? So it's not like we talking about a chump. You know what I mean? He coming to fight. And I think this kid being young what makes him dangerous, him being young, energetic, and then a big guy. He got real good size to him. Exactly. You know what I mean? Strong guy.
This rivalry now feels like it is moving toward a breaking point where confidence, pressure, and experience all collide. Boots Ennis appears mentally strong on belief alone, but the real test is whether that confidence holds up against elite resistance. Xander Zayas brings composure and hunger, while Terence Crawford's warning adds doubt about timing. On Fight Night,